I'm Jeff Cialetti, Editor-in-Chief of Craft Spirits Magazine, and welcome to this edition of Craft Spirits TV. As I mentioned on the last edition of Craft Spirits TV, I recently took a trip through the southwestern desert, visiting a bunch of distilleries along the way. Among those was Flying Leap Vineyards, and yes, as the name suggests, it is a winery, but it's also a distillery, and it's in the heart of Arizona wine country, which is about 50 miles south of Tucson, about 30 miles north of the Mexican border. Not only is the distillery making brandy out of surplus grapes, it's also doing a fair amount of whiskey. And one particular project involves white Sonora wheat, which is a very prized grain in the region. And co-founder, CEO, and president Mark Beres told me all about that.
So, white Sonoran wheat is a heritage grain. It's organic. It was grown here for centuries. The Mexicans use it to make tortillas. There's a new focus. You probably know all about this. There's a new focus in our culture for local sourced ingredients and heritage grains, and heritage this, heritage that. And this is a manifestation of that cultural fascination with, like heirloom tomatoes. And this is a grain, to give you an example of the numbers, the grower, Wong Farms, they're just north of Tucson, they get 1,500 pounds to the acre. Okay? Now, for like red winter wheat, they get 6,000 pounds of grain to the acre. So you're talking 1/4 the yield. Now, we don't have a lot of water here, okay? And so you think about how much water it takes to grow wheat on an acre, and you're only getting 1,500 versus 6,000 pounds of grain, and it's 4 to 1. And so, are you really doing a lot for the environment, because you're basically using a lot of water to just get 1,500 pounds of grain when you could use that same water and get 6,000 pounds of grain? Water is a big deal to us here, and I know it's back east. It's probably, you're like, what? But here, water, dude, land wars are fought over it. Your water, wells are going dry. We're in an extended 30-year drought. People are pissed. Water consumption is a BFD in this part of the distilling world. So, yes, it's a heritage grain. Yes, it's an heirloom grain that's not GMO at all. There's no pesticides. It's completely organic. But we're using that precious water. We're only getting 1/4 the crop, when we could get 4 times as much grain, make 4 times as much bread, 4 times as much whiskey with the same water, right? So, I don't know. You be the judge, right? Kind of. It's a weighing thing. What I can tell you is that in our area here, this Sonoran white wheat is a big deal. It is. There's a very popular bread bakery in Tucson by a guy named Don Guerra. I encourage you to go there. The breads are phenomenal. I mean, they're incredible. People on Saturday morning, people will be lined up down the block to get his baguettes, and he makes it from Sonoran white wheat, specifically and deliberately. But yeah, there's trade-offs there. What's really on a net basis? What's actually a better way to go here to grow the broader wheat or the organic heritage wheat? I don't know. What I can tell you is that customers really put a premium on stuff made with this, right? Which is why we make whiskey with it.
Yeah, and they're willing to pay a premium for it. So
they're willing to pay a premium for it. That's right. And so this is our manifestation of meeting that niche in the market of people that are looking for heirloom heritage grains. And it's beautiful, beautiful wheat. And we mash it up. We make a great whiskey with it. We mix it with malts, rye malts, some malted wheat, a little bit of malted rye to create a beautiful wheat whiskey. Most of it is aging on the top row there. We're aging it in American oak. Our oak barrels come from Louisville. They're coopered by Kelvin. It's all American white oak. And number 3 char. Good stuff.
Thank you, Mark, and thanks all of you for joining us today. I want to remind you the next issue of Craft Spirits Magazine should be arriving in your inbox shortly. And if you don't yet subscribe, head to craftspiritsmag.com and get yourself a free subscription. And until next time, I'm Jeff Cialetti, and this is Craft Spirits TV.